Floyd "Money" Mayweather breaks down and gives advice to Keith "One-Time" Thurman regarding his upcoming July 20th showdown with 8th Division Filipino superstar MANNY "Pac-Man" Pacquiao. As we all know, Floyd Mayweather faced MANNY "Pac-Man" Pacquiao back in 2014. So he had some epic things to say. Stay tuned, coming up next.
Hey, this is Cassie, and you're watching Blue Blood Sports TV.
Shout out to Blue Blood Sports TV.
You're watching Blue Blood Sports TV.
Shout outs to Blue Blood Sports TV.
You're watching Blue Blood Sports TV. Hola, habla Cindy, está viendo Deportes TV.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, Floyd "Money" Mayweather, the man known as Money, undefeated, TBE, whatever you want to call him, Money Mayweather, Floyd, Pretty Boy Floyd, however you want to address him, right? Floyd Mayweather had some interesting things to say regarding Manny Pacquiao, his fight with Manny Pacquiao, and what it would take for a guy like Keith Thurman to be successful against a guy like Manny "Pac-Man" Pacquiao, right? Floyd Mayweather said Manny Pacquiao sets a lot of traps, right? He said that he sets you up with that awkward straight left hand, right? He says because it looks like a straight left hand to the naked eye. He says, but in all actuality, it's coming from all types of angles. He'll lean to the left and throw that straight left, right? He'll lean to the right and throw the straight left. Or he'll bob, he'll bounce up and down, he'll feint, and then he jump in with the straight left hand, right? So he said, and he got popped to that straight left hand. You understand? He said, so 90% of the fighters today, Manny Pacquiao still beat at this advanced age, right? And he cited that, a guy, he didn't specify, Keith Thurman, but we understand what he was alluding to, right? And so with that said, he said that he sets a lot of traps, and you got to keep him at bay. If you keep Manny Pacquiao at bay with your jab and be calculated and, execute with accuracy and keep your distance and use timing, then you can beat Manny Pacquiao. But it's a very, very difficult task to do so, right? As we see, the last person to clearly beat Manny Pacquiao was Floyd "Money" Mayweather, right? And prior to that, it was Juan Manuel Marquez who knocked him out cold, right? There was no debate to who won that fight. There was no controversy because Manny Pacquiao was flat out cold, motionless. So with that said, that was the last person that Floyd Mayweather that decisively beaten Manny Pacquiao. Before that, I would have to say it was Eric Morales, right? The first fight. Outside of that, he had a lot of close fights with Juan Manuel Marquez. Some I thought he won, some I thought he lost, right? With that said, the last time anybody beat Manny Pacquiao, and it was very, very clear, was Floyd Mayweather. And before Floyd Mayweather was obviously him getting knocked out by Marquez. And before that, it was Eric Morales, right? And Keith Thurman is a guy, I believe, that can pull this off. I think Keith Thurman has the skill set to pull it off. I think Keith Thurman has the ring IQ to pull it off. I think Keith Thurman has the athletic ability, the speed, the power to pull it off. I think he has enough power and pop in his shots to get Manny Pacquiao's respect, to keep Manny Pacquiao honest, to keep Manny Pacquiao at bay, right? But with that said, Keith Thurman sometimes finds this feat where he must, at the second half, he just goes on like cruise control for whatever reason. He's done this in the Danny Garcia fight, the Sean Porter fight. I don't want to say he so much went on cruise control because in the Sean Porter fight, Sean Porter was pressing the action. He was coming forward. He's putting a lot of pressure on Keith Thurman, and he forced Keith Thurman to fight. But I feel like if Keith Thurman felt like he was up ahead enough points, he would have tried to cruise the second half versus Sean Porter, as he did with Danny Garcia, right? He was going to attempt to do this against Josito Lopez, but Josito Lopez had a great 7th round, nearly stopped Keith Thurman, and that forced Keith Thurman to have to continue to fight. You understand what I'm saying? Keith Thurman, that wasn't by choice, that was by force. Keith Thurman would not have wanted to keep continuing to fight in that manner in the second half of the fight if he was clearly up on the cards. If he felt like he had a clear advantage and he was clearly up on the cards and there was no mistaking, he would have tried to put it in cruise control. With this situation with Manny Pacquiao, obviously he's not going to be able to do that because Manny Pacquiao still has the pop and the power in that left hand. He still has I would think that their speed is probably about equal if Manny Pacquiao is not a slight bit faster than Keith Thurman. When it comes to the power, I believe that Keith Thurman may have an edge in the power, and I think that that's all due to the fact that age and Father Time is undefeated. So I think Keith Thurman may edge him out in the power division because Manny Pacquiao may have, his power may have dropped just slightly. So with that said, this is a very interesting fight. I highly favor Keith Thurman to win. I think that Keith Thurman has the better footwork. I think that at this point in time, especially at this stage in their career, I think that Keith Thurman has fresher legs, obviously, because he's younger. I think that Keith Thurman, has the higher ring IQ. I think that Manny Pacquiao does set traps, like Floyd Mayweather says. He will set you up. He will get you in positions where, he could take advantage of you. But with that said, I think that Keith Thurman is smart enough and has a high enough ring IQ to understand when he's being set up, and avoid that. So I think that Keith Thurman has what it takes to win this fight. I think that Keith Thurman will win this fight. I think that Keith Thurman has all the tools to stop Manny Pacquiao if we see the best version of Keith Thurman, because he has all the tools to do so, right? Especially Manny Pacquiao is vulnerable to the straight right hands, obviously, him being the southpaw. And Keith Thurman have the power. Manny Pacquiao has been knocked out before, so it's not like it would be a surprise if he was getting knocked out in this fight. Manny Pacquiao does have these times within the fight where he gets careless and he gets hit with a lot of big shots, as we seen with Marquez. So I definitely feel like Keith Thurman has Manny Pacquiao has some flaws that Keith Thurman can expose, and I expect Keith Thurman to do so. I think Keith Thurman is going to come in the most focused we ever seen Keith Thurman, because this is a legacy fight for himself. Keith Thurman is expecting this fight to cast him in a whole different light in the sport of boxing. To have Manny Pacquiao in your resume, especially to beat him in a classic manner, it says a lot, because not too many people have done that in Manny Pacquiao's career. So for Keith Thurman to do it, I know a lot of people are going to say, well, Father Time, Manny Pacquiao is 41 years of age. He's not Manny Pacquiao that fought Miguel Cotto, Oscar De La Hoya, and Antonio Margarito, and Shane Mosley, and Joshua Clottey. No, he's not that version of Manny Pacquiao, right? But he's still a formidable foe. He's still very legit. He's still very active, and he's still proving that he could play in the sandbox with the younger kids. So, to say the least, Manny Pacquiao still showing that there is a sign of youth on his side, and Manny Pacquiao, I believe that Manny Pacquiao is going to put up a great fight, but I expect Keith Thurman to be victorious. Like Floyd Mayweather stated, you got to have a high ring IQ to beat Manny Pacquiao. You have to understand when he's setting you up in traps and be able to avoid those traps. But that's all I got for y'all, man. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed? Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shouts out to the entire LDBC. Shouts out to New Media. Shouts out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all I got for y'all. Floyd Money Mayweather says, in order to beat Manny Pac-Man Pacquiao, you must avoid the traps that he sets. You have to have a high ring IQ. You must keep him at bay. You got to know when to close the distance. You got to know when to hold them and when to fold them. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.
Blue Blood Sport TV.